the Vice President and Second Secretary and Minister of Health and Child Care, General Retired Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga. I should have mentioned in absentia, the First Lady has already indicated she is indisposed. The Vice President, Second Secretary, Colonel Retired Comrade K.C.D. Moadi, the National Chairman and Minister of Defense and War, Veterans Affairs, Comrade O.C.Z. Chinguri Kashiri, the Secretary for Administration, Comrade Obed Mpofu, members of the Politburo, and members of the Central Committee. I welcome you all to this session of the Central Committee, which precedes the 7th National People's Congress of our Revolutionary Mass Party being held here in Harare Metropolitan Province under the theme, Building a Prosperous Zimbabwe, Leaving No One and No Place Behind. This august gathering comes at a critical time for ZANU-PF and the people of Zimbabwe, particularly as we strengthen our resolve to rejuvenate, modernize, regenerate, and grow our party, ZANU-PF. It is with pride, therefore, that we look back and celebrate this Central Committee, which has since its constitution successfully and diligently superintended over the implementation of various party resolutions, policies, and programs and decisions of the party. The stronger unity as well as quantitative and qualitative growth of our colossal mass party is due to your efforts as the Central Committee. Together, we have ensured that our People's Party is modernized, well-structured, constitutionally anchored, and ably driving an irreversible development and industrialization national agenda. It is indeed under your collective leadership as the Central Committee that we are jubilantly convening this landmark 7th National People's Congress. As the curtain comes down on this current term of our Central Committee, may we all take pride in that during our tenure, the party constitution was upheld to the letter. The ideals and the founding values, principles, and ethos of ZANU-PF were preserved under your leadership. We never dropped the button and hence have every reason to stand tall and proud as the Central Committee. I particularly recognize you all for guiding, supporting, and providing requisite leadership for the successful implementation of the various policies, resolutions, and the programs of the party. Through your unwavering efforts and in collaboration with other wings and affiliate organizations, our party ZANU-PF continues to enjoy dominance and popularity across the 10 provinces of our country, Zimbabwe. Further, your commitment, loyalty, patriotism, and the rich collective institutional memory and capacities have been invaluable to the successes scored both at the party and the government level. You have equally been instrumental to the present discipline and the unity we continue to enjoy within our mass party. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlaope. Well done. Sadly, however, there are many of our colleagues and comrades who are no longer with us, who passed on during the course of this term of our office. Their contributions to our revolutionary party and the nation as a whole will forever be remembered. I will ask our Secretary for Administration, Comrade Dr. Mpofu, to announce those who have passed on during this period.
Pambele ZANU-PF, Lobabu Mnangagwa, Pans Lama Sanctions.
Pans Lao.
Thank you, Excellency. It is indeed my honor to present names of our declared national heroes, heroines, Liberation War and Liberation heroes and heroines, starting with the national heroes. I will read out the names because the number is not very big. Starting with Major General Godfrey Chanakira, who was from Mash East. And then we had Major General Retired Sikulile Simpson Yati from Mat North. Then Major General Retired Sidney Bebe was from Midlands. Then Engineer Oliver Mandishona Chidau from Harare. Then Brigadier General Benjamin Mabenge from Midlands. Brigadier General Charles Kaneta from Manicaland, and Haiten Kuluma Nkomo from Mat South. I'll, with your permission, Excellency, move on to the provincial heroes and heroines, starting with Bulawayo. We had departed comrades numbering 60 in Bulawayo, followed by Harare, whose number totaled 62. Then Manicaland province, the number totaled 77. Then with Mashonaland Central province, whose number is 19 of the departed comrades. Mashonaland East province, of the departed comrades, total 62. Then we had Mashonaland West province with a number of 22 departed comrades. Maswingo province had 31 departed comrades. Matebele North province, 14 departed comrades. Matebele South had 55 comrades that passed on. Then Midlands province at 21. So we have 7 national heroes, state assisted funeral 9, Liberation War heroes 319, Liberation heroes 95, totaling 430, Your Excellency. I present my report, Your Excellency. Pambele ZANU-PF, Pansi Lama opposition parties. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. I now invite the Central Committee to stand up to observe a minute of silence in their honor. May their souls continue to rest in eternal peace. Comrades, throughout the course of the term of this Central Committee, the people-oriented programs and projects of the ZANU-PF-led government have continued impacting the lives of our people across the country, leaving no one and no place behind. We have reorganized the agriculture sector, leading to the realization of national food self-sufficiency. The timeous distribution of inputs, competitive producer prices, and requisite extension support are now the norm. Agriculture exports have increased, and a comprehensive agriculture food systems transformation strategy has been implemented towards growing not only our cropping subsectors, but also livestock, fisheries, and horticulture subsectors. This will be further complemented by a total of the 35,000 boreholes that are being drilled in our villages. Under our watch as the current Central Committee, the agriculture sector has grown in leaps and bounds as we continue increasing production and productivity on our God-given land. Investments across all sectors of the economy continue gathering momentum, with numerous construction projects booming across provinces, improving conveniency and connectivity to economic markets for our people. Almost every week, I'm commissioning new projects and opening new entities. Our country, Zimbabwe, has become a favorable investment destination where both local and foreign capital feel extremely safe. The Zimbabwe is open for business mantra, and our engagement and re-engagement policies have been a huge success. The mining sector has experienced growth of over twofold. Since 2017, we are now on course to realizing our 12 billion mining sector. At the coming in of the Second Republic, our mining sector was at 2.8 billion. Last year, we reached 5.7 billion, and currently we are now at 7.8 billion. Next year, we shall reach 12 billion. Diamond mining has resumed, while the platinum and the chrome sectors are expanding and focusing on local value addition and beneficiation. Frameworks are now in place to ensure that our nation realizes maximum benefits from our natural resources endowments. We are set to emerge as a global player in iron and steel, as well as lithium subsectors. The current investment in iron and steel in Manize will produce 10 million metric tons a year within the next 3 to 4 years, and will be the biggest iron steel on the continent. We also house the second largest volume of lithium on the continent. All these investments in the mining sector are a result of the bold policies of our party, ZANU-PF. Similarly, the manufacturing and tourism sectors have recorded notable achievements due to the responsive policies of our colossal revolutionary party. The quality of our social services is improving, from education, health, and housing to water and sanitation, among other aspects. But more is still needed in these areas. The party leadership is uniting the people under our revolutionary party and consolidating the gains achieved since our country's independence. As the Central Committee, we have vigilantly stayed on this course and ensured that ZANU-PF remains the custodian of the vision, the hopes and aspirations of our people in Zimbabwe, no other party. We continue delivering on all our promises as we build a prosperous Zimbabwe, leaving no one and no place behind. Comrades, this 7th National People's Congress must serve to remind all party structures, from the cell upwards, of the unstoppable nature as well as the organizational and leadership capabilities of our revolutionary mass party ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF inzo iriku famba, igongo famba, ichingo famba, vanobukura vachibukura. We are an unstoppable train. Everybody is welcome in ZANU-PF. Let us preach this gospel more so as we approach the 2023 harmonized general elections. Going forward, unity, peace, development is the party motto. There can be no vacillation to these founding principles of the party. The path of peace, tolerance, respect, and non-violence must remain the fundamental hallmark of all mobilization efforts as we galvanize the party membership and our people of our great motherland to vote for ZANU-PF next year. An emphatic and resounding victory is certain, and all party structures must put shoulder to the wheel and work harder to achieve this victory. Finally, today, as per procedure, the Central Committee will adopt the report to the 7th National People's Congress and the attended Congress agenda and program. This historic Congress must see the party boldly advancing its aims and objectives to confront emerging realities facing our country. Similarly, as we reflect on the substantive discussions that will ensue at this Congress, let us recommit ourselves to unapologetically build on the rich liberation war heritage of our party. guided by our development mantra, nyika inovakwa igotongwa nevene vayo, ilizwe lakiwa livuswe ngavanikazi valo. There is no choice or alternative. We, the people of this country, have the burden to build it and the burden to rule it, nobody else. Our party membership and the nation as a whole must pursue equitable socio-economic development. We have the weighty obligation to make sure that our people unflinchingly protect our country's independence and freedom. We will give credence and respect to those members of our society who may wish to deal with our former colonizers by following the colonizers into their country and they rule them as we now have in Britain. In addition, we are determined not to call them back to Zimbabwe. We say no. Again, we repeat, ZANU-PF says no. We will not invite former colonizers to come back. What is left is for us to follow them. In addition, acceleration of the modernization and industrialization agenda is urgent through unparalleled patriotism, national pride, and self-belief in us as Zimbabweans. In spite of the sanctions imposed on us, we have said we shall develop our country on the basis of the resources which we have at our disposal, and we are doing just that. So, in unity and peace, we are building our country brick upon brick, stone upon stone, and step by step. We are surely building the prosperous Zimbabwe that leaves no one and no place behind, and we have the pride that we are doing it ourselves. Allow me once again to commend the Central Committee for a successful term of office. No matter the portfolio the party may assign us in the future, let us remain unflinchingly persistent, consistent, loyal, patriotic, and committed members of ZANU-PF. The fact that in our party, leaders at every level are servants of the people must embolden us. It is the people that are indispensable in ZANU-PF. Therefore, being loyal, card-carrying member of ZANU-PF must be our greatest pride. This is our last Central Committee of the last 5 years between the last Congress. Those of you who may not come in the next Central Committee, we congratulate you for contributing to the country and to the party. Tomorrow we shall be able to congratulate the new Central Committee. With these remarks, we now turn to our normal agenda. I thank you.